Hey there, YouTube, restaurant owners, managers. I give you an opportunity maybe to get that notification that I've gone live, or at this point you're like, David's gone live again. Why do I even want to talk to him? So why am I going live today? Today is, I want to ask you a question. Are you an excuse maker? Are you somebody in your business that literally makes excuses for why things can't happen and it just can't be done? Here's why. And when I say excuse maker, I don't care what comes out of your mouth. It's, hey, we do that, we tried that, but. Anytime you use the word but, you negate anything positive in front of it. You want to think of it this way. Hey, you look great in that shirt, but I'd never wear it. So are you an excuse maker that you allow any reason to say why you didn't do something, why it stopped you? If you're not an excuse maker, I'm hoping you're what I call a challenge engineer, right? Challenges. I don't want to use the word problem. We all have problems, but problems stop you. We allow excuses to stop us when we have a problem. When we have a challenge, we think hard. We think, how can we overcome this challenge? So are you an excuse maker or are you a challenge engineer? So let's talk about a typical restaurant owner that I might talk with on a daily basis. There are times I'd be on the phone with somebody who their sales are declining. They're in maybe the state of California. Let's use California. California's a tough state. High minimum wage, workers' comp. There are laws that really don't make it business friendly. Just a challenging state to do business. And all these things are going wrong, industry-wide, so on and so forth. Millennials, I can't hire, I can't find cooks, I can't. Excuse. And I might talk to somebody and they'll tell me why things can't happen. Hey, you need managers on the floor. Oh, these people are idiots. You tell me where I can find somebody. You tell me where. You tell me. It just can't be done. No matter what you think you can do, no matter what, it just can't be done. Excuses. Well, I want to tell you about an owner that I talked to today. I've been working with for many months now. Whitney, one of our coaches, has been working with hand in hand. Here's a small business in the state of California, in a city where the industry is completely changing. Like the economy, we're all hearing how great the economy is. The economy is taking a literal crap in her backyard. Her sales have gone from over $1 million a year to about $750,000, this slow, creepy crawl over the last year and a half. Now, I've talked with this person. She is terrified. Like, oh my gosh, my business is slipping from me. But she reached out and found us here at therestaurantexpert.com saying, I need help. So number one, she didn't let, here's the excuses of what's going on in my marketplace, the fact that I'm in California, the fact there's millennials, the fact that minimum wage is going to $15 an hour, the fact. She didn't let any of those to stop her and say, this can't be done. She searched on the internet to say, how can I change my business? How can I get these things done? And she found therestaurantexpert.com. She called, she signed up. She was having problems. Now, when we start you with therestaurantexpert.com, I'm telling you right now, we suck. We create work, man. We got to set up your system. We got to put employees in. We've got to set up shelf sheet inventory. You need recipe costing cards. We need to start putting your labor allotment in place. We need to create a budget so we have targets to shoot for. There's all this freaking work that's got to happen. It's not a magic pill. You don't snap, bang, you joined the Restaurant Expert. It's done. No, there's work to do. She didn't shy away from any of the work. And then we'd get some calls and she's like panicked. She's going, my sales are decreasing. And then we had the heart-to-heart discussion of, well, look at your Yelp reviews. How are they doing? Great Yelp reviews. Industry, again, Dave, you understand our industry is changing. We've gone from this type of economy to this type of economy, and now we're changing again because of what's happened. And I don't want to give too much details, so you hone in on trying to figure out who the person is. I'm like, okay. Do you put out good food? Do you put out good service? Do you have all these things? Hey, Haley. Haley Cakes and Pastry, shout out saying, hey, thank you. Are you doing a good job? Because you really ask yourself, am I doing Restaurant 101 right? Hot food hot, cold food cold, clean, safe work environment, guest employees, wow customer service? Are we doing restaurant right? Great food, great service. Yeah, I'm doing that, David. You're sure? Again, give me Yelp reviews, so on and so forth. Everything's great. Okay, I have to, I almost said her name, I have to trust that you're telling me that that's the case. So if you're doing things right in your business and sales are declining and it's not what you're doing, it truly is your economy, it's what's going on, then what can we do? Well, we've got to buckle down. We've got to make sure we can do certain things. We've got to cut your labor. So we get into her system because she was actually putting data in, a simple report, labor summary report. We were able to use dollars per labor hour worked. And I was able to say, look, here's where you're inefficient. Here's where you're inefficient. Here's where you're inefficient. And her first reaction was like, oh my gosh, how do I cut the labor? And we talked about step by step by step how we can cut that labor. Well, I'll tell you, this woman, she kicked ass. She made those changes. Like already what we would consider close to minimum staffing levels, because sales have been sliding. She made some cuts, but she had to make other cuts. She made them. Still was having struggle with labor. We talked again. She made some further cuts. Now we're at what I call minimum staffing levels. There's a concern. Now we start talking about, hey, could we increase sales? We even talked about moving the location. When all said and done, we had already done a budget. We looked at the budget and said, well, our sales are still sliding. This isn't right. We need to revisit your budget because the budget is the guide. So we revisited the budget and we had this discussion. It was kind of a long way there where it was my food cost. Is my food cost high? Do I need to change my menu? This woman put together all of her recipe costing cards. No excuses why it can't be done. Not that I don't have people. In fact, she has almost no management. Right? It was a $750,000 restaurant, no management. She's doing all of this stuff. It doesn't matter. There was no in her voice. There was fear in her voice, but there was no, it can't be done. She wanted to save her damn business. She did anything and everything we asked her to do. She created the recipe cards. We did a menu engineering call, an analysis of her stuff, and we found out that her target food cost was 20%. Like who wouldn't want to, like if you're serving quality product 20% based on her cuisine, I'm like, you don't have a problem. We don't have to raise a single price. We don't need to engineer this thing. We got to go back to budget. We need to visit budget. So because we had a budget, we revisited the budget. We saw sales were declining. We saw what we needed to do. We talked about what needed to happen. And before that call, that next call, she'd already gone into her labor systems and started to make further trims. So this morning, she, her husband, and myself got on the phone. We started analyzing and said, okay, let's change our sales figures. Because understand that if your sales are declining, your profitability can drop like a rock, because the positive way of looking at it is once I hit break-even point, every dollar I do above break-even point, I have great profitability. Like it's incredible. So if you've covered your rent, you've covered your management salaries, you've covered fixed expenses. Say for instance, if I have $1 that comes in and I'm running a 60% prime cost, I want you at 55% or under, but let's call it 60, make the math really easy for me. 60 cents on every dollar goes to people and product to deliver that. That leaves me 40 cents left over. How many 40 cents do I need to stack up on a desk to pay for a $10,000 lease for my location, right? So I have to, if 60 cents on every dollar goes to produce that product, deliver that product, I got 40 cents, I got to stack up how many dollars come in to leave 40 cents to cover 10,000. Oh, then I got management salaries. How many more dollars? How many more dollars? So break-even point is every dollar in is every dollar out. But I'm not losing money, I'm not making money. I break even. The beautiful part is past that break-even point, every dollar past break-even, I still have the 60 cents to cover my variable expenses, but I make 40 cents. My profitability is unbelievable. It's 40 cents on every dollar. Well, the problem is I've done so many dollars as a percentage of overall sales to hit that break-even point. It's a tiny number. But the more dollars I do, the faster that profit grows at 40 cents every single dollar. Well, we go through this process and we look at her sales declining, because that means that she's getting closer and closer to break even, which means that profitability shrinks if you use this break even mentality that I've shared. And so we start going through, we reduce it. We look at food costs and we raise her food costs back up because she hadn't controlled her food costs like I asked. We tried to reduce her food costs by 2 points, but because labor was so tight, I discovered something. She goes, no, those labor numbers that you see in the budget, those aren't it. Go into my Smart Systems Pro, look at this week. I've made some major changes. And I'm going in my brain, what major changes? We already have you at what minimum staffing levels. What else can you do? Man, my heart beamed with pride. This woman did not say, I'm going to be defeated. She knew she was in a cash flow crunch because sales were going down, labor, right? California, high labor dollars, all this stuff. She decided she was jumping in the kitchen for the next few months. She took her, what was already an incredibly low labor cost in the kitchen of 7%, took it down to 2.5%. I looked at it and went, you're working the line, aren't you? You're literally going to destroy your body to save your business, right? And she said, yes. This is a woman that did everything, recipe costing cards, inventory, shelf-to-sheet inventory, put her employees in, started tackling a labor, called over and over again, and made change after change after change to her business to get results. And I'm going to tell you, she saved her business single-handedly. She wasn't an excuse maker, somebody who goes, oh, woe is me, the economy, whoa, stupid millennials, whoa, which I hear over and over and over again. She rolled up her damn sleeves, said, I will do the work. I will get it done, even if I have to put it on my back. And we saw that if she does this to get her through the lean couple months, that by her third month, we're adding most of her labor back in her kitchen. By month 4, we have it all the way back, and she will be profitable every single month, even with a higher food cost. See, you got to ask yourself, are you the excuse maker who's going to go, oh, I tried and I couldn't get people to do, and excuse. I mean, hell, just tell me the story of locusts. Locusts. Oh, I didn't do recipe cards. Why? Locusts. Who cares? Right? It's all BS. Or are you what I deemed the challenge engineer? You're going to find your way around the challenges. You're willing to do the work. You're willing to change how you go about things. So ask yourself, are you an excuse maker? Or are you a challenge engineer, meaning you are ready for the challenge? Now, let me give you a side note. I'm an entrepreneur just like you, and I'm going to give you permission. We are going to find ourselves often throughout our business lives in a cash flow challenge. And often we say to ourselves, how the F did I get my ass in this bind again? Well, because we're entrepreneurs. We make decisions. Some of them are bad, and they cost us money. But it's that one decision. If we didn't make those bad decisions, we don't get that one decision that explodes your flipping business, right? That's being an entrepreneur. But I have this rule. You can feel bad about yourself, your business, your situation. You get one day. You can cry. I don't give a rat's ass, right? You can feel just awful. It's what you do tomorrow that makes the difference. That's what makes you an excuse maker or a challenge engineer, what you do the next day. So what I want to do is I want to motivate you right now to make a decision in your brain that you will not be an excuse maker. You're going to be a challenge engineer. You're somebody who's going to get shit done. Because I'm going to tell you right now, you are the leader of your business and everything goes against you. If you come in, blah, guess what? That's the results you're going to get. So my dad said, in closing, it could be raining outside and you could be sad. It's sad, it's raining. It could be raining outside and you can be happy. It's going to rain. So you get to choose your attitude. Not only do you choose your attitude, but I want you to make a decision. Choose whether you're an excuse maker in your business or you're a challenge engineer, someone who gets shit done. That's what I want to leave you today. I've got a question here. Hopefully it stays on. I've got a bakery in my house. Everything has labels. I think we'll lose more than we won. I will soon open my Puerto Rican restaurant in Massachusetts. Congratulations, man. I'm excited for you. So remember what I'm saying to you right now. There will be challenges, right? And you're already feeling it. You're starting that as a cottage industry, a test kitchen, if you will. And as you build into the next thing, wait till you have employees and you've got payroll and you've got all these things to do. So keep in mind, as an entrepreneur, you choose your attitude, you decide where you want to be. Good luck with you. And if we can help, give us a call. Hey, I want to thank everybody for taking the time to be on today's YouTube Live. I do want to put a shout out to my son. We are leaving tomorrow. I won't be in the office. If you're trying to call me to get in touch with me over the next few days, won't be here. We're taking my family to San Diego. My son will be graduating Marine boot camp this week. So know that we are nothing but proud. Thank you so much. We are proud. We are excited. You know, it's one thing for us to serve others. That's what we do in hospitality. It's another to serve your country. Thanks, everybody. Hope you have a fantastic week. I look forward to talking to you next week. Bye-bye now. I just have to figure out how to stop this thing. Here we go. Where are we? Live. Oh, there we go. Bye-bye now.